Are you tired of working harder and harder but still not getting ahead financially? Do you feel stuck in a cycle of earning, spending, and worrying about money? If so, you're not alone. And this video is for you. Today, we're breaking down the powerful, life-changing money lessons from the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. These lessons can completely change the way you think about money, work, and financial freedom. This book didn't just help me understand money, it changed my entire approach to earning, saving, investing, and thinking about wealth. It's helped millions of people around the world, and now it's your turn. By the end of this video, you'll have a fresh perspective on money and learn exactly what separates the rich from the poor, not just in income but in mindset. So stay with me till the end because these 7 lessons could be the turning point in your financial life. Let's get started. Lesson 1. The rich don't work for money. The first and most eye-opening lesson is this. The rich don't work for money. Instead, they make money work for them. Let that sink in. Most people are taught to go to school, get good grades, and find a secure job. That's what Poor Dad believed. He worked hard all his life but still struggled financially. Rich Dad taught something different. He said if you only work for money, you're stuck in a cycle. You earn, you spend, and you start over. There's no growth. Wealthy people build assets, things that generate income even when they're not working. These include rental properties, businesses, stocks, or intellectual property. The goal is to stop trading time for money and start building systems that generate income passively. The moment you understand this shift, you stop chasing a paycheck and start creating real financial freedom. Lesson 2. Financial education is more important than a high income. Most people believe that earning more money is the key to financial success. But that's not true if you don't know how to manage money. Rich Dad believed that financial education is more important than having a high income. You can earn a lot, but if you don't know how to keep it, invest it, and grow it, you'll always be broke. Schools don't teach us how to handle money. They don't teach about assets, liabilities, taxes, or investments. That's why most people end up confused or in debt. If you want to become wealthy, you have to take responsibility for your financial education. Read books, watch videos, learn how money works. Knowledge gives you control, and control gives you power over your financial life. Lesson 3. Buy assets, not liabilities. One of the most powerful concepts in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket. A liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Sounds simple, right? But most people get it wrong. They think their home is an asset. But if it costs you money every month and doesn't generate income, then financially speaking, it's a liability. Buying expensive cars, taking out loans, and spending on things that don't make money might feel good in the short term, but they damage your long-term wealth. Rich people focus on buying assets, things that grow in value or produce income. If you want to get rich, start buying more assets and stop wasting money on liabilities that look like status symbols but drain your finances. Lesson 4. Change your mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. That's why mindset matters more than anything else. Poor Dad said, "We can't afford it." Rich Dad said, "How can we afford it?" That one shift changes everything. When you say, "I can't," your brain shuts down. When you ask, "How can I?" your brain looks for solutions. Rich Dad taught that rich people are not necessarily smarter. They just think differently. They believe in growth. They believe they can learn, earn, and improve. If you want to build wealth, you must start by changing how you think about money, about yourself, and about your potential. Stop limiting yourself. Start thinking like someone who can achieve financial independence. Lesson 5. Work to learn, not just to earn. Most people work for a paycheck. Rich Dad believed you should work to learn. When you're young, your job should teach you skills, not just pay your bills. Learn sales, learn communication, learn how to lead, negotiate, market, and invest. Those are the skills that will make you rich, not your job title. Don't stay stuck in a job just because it's comfortable. Seek growth. Seek challenges. The more you learn, the more valuable you become. And when you become more valuable, you no longer have to chase money. Money will start to chase you. Lesson 6. Understand taxes and corporations. Here's something schools rarely teach. The rich use the system to their advantage. They understand how taxes work. They know how to use corporations, legal structures, and smart accounting to reduce their tax burden. While most people pay taxes on their income, the wealthy often pay far less. Legally, because they use business structures that give them flexibility and protection. You don't need to be a millionaire to use these strategies. Anyone can start a small business, learn the tax code, and keep more of what they earn. If you don't learn how money works, you'll always work for someone who does. Lesson 7. Don't let fear and greed control you. Fear and greed are the biggest reasons most people stay poor. People are afraid of losing money, so they never invest. Then they get greedy and fall for get-rich-quick schemes. Rich Dad taught emotional discipline. He said you must learn to manage your fear of failure and your desire for fast rewards. Wealth comes from smart, patient decisions, not emotional ones. Train your mind to think long-term. Be steady. Stay informed. And never stop learning. These 7 lessons from Rich Dad Poor Dad are simple but powerful. They've helped millions shift from financial struggle to financial success. You don't need to be born rich. You just need to think differently, act boldly, and stay committed to learning. Start today. Track your money. Read about finances. Invest in assets. Build skills. And most importantly, believe that you can change your future. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more life-changing content.